Hi, this is Benay Kent, also known as Mr. Sink, and this is another Food Bank Feasts. Um, this this is going to be an entire meal, so I'm going to try it and not let it be too long. But I'm going to fail in that. I already know that already. Today's Food Bank Feast is pot roast. It's a full meal deal. Pot roast, mashed potatoes. I'm thinking about gravy and some steamed vegetables. And also with the dessert. So, I mean, like I said, most of the stuff is going to be coming from food banks. So, we're going to start with the pot roast because we got to get that cooking. Okay, let's see what I can do in here. Okay, there we go. Okay, got the pot roast. And yes, I got this at a food bank. They always have these frozen, so I had to take a few days to thaw it out. So you can see it. It did turn a little dark, and we're going to pound the crap out of it just to tenderize it. Some people use the meat tenderizer stuff. It's kind of like it comes granular like a salt, and it's made from like pineapple juice. See, I like pounding like these areas right here, the fat, to really kind of loosen them up. Okay, and then flip it over. We're going to beat this up one more time. And dunk, 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 dunk. Okay, don't do sound effects, Benay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we have our handy dandy crock pot, which is right there. Right there. Now I'm going to turn this up high for a little while. This goes right in there. And I'm going to wash my hands off. Okay, I'm going to take some beef broth, because since this is a pot roast, it's made of beef. Now this is what I'm using. It's from Safeway. It's the organic beef broth. And we're just gonna hose it down. I'm not putting all of it in there. It's just enough to keep it wet, keep it moist. Because I don't want this to be tough when it comes out. So we'll clean up our mess. And we pretty much just let that sit for just a couple hours. And what I will do, here, there I am. Oh, this way. What I'll do is I will turn the pot roast over a few times, and I will add seasoning a little bit as we go on, but I just wanted to get this started because I'm having company over tonight. That's why I'm making all this food, because normally I would not make all this much unless I was cooking for company. So but I got the potatoes from a food bank. The dessert that I'm going to be making, I actually did get it from the food bank. What the dessert is this cookies and cream Oreo, and I got a graham cracker crust. So that's what I'm going to be making right now. The only thing that I had to buy was milk, because this takes milk. And then once I get that made, and I'm going to toss it in the refrigerator and let it sit for the rest of the day. And I'm going to top it with some mini Oreos. So I'm going to make it extra good and full of sugar and not good for me because I'm a diabetic, but I don't care. It's kind of like my birthday feast, because my birthday is next Friday and I'm just going to do the dinner today on Sunday. So we got that going. Oh, and this is cool. My brother got this crock pot for me for Christmas. Well, when I first moved here, my nephew accidentally dropped the pot part that you put all the food in, and it just shattered. So and I said, well, guess what, sweetheart, you owe Aunt Renee a new crock pot. So yeah, I had him get me a new crock pot, which is awesome. And I really like this one because it has, you can have, this is from Hamilton Beach, and I really like the cool design on it. The reason why I'm considering doing gravy is I want to get a hold of my brother, because in my family, my brother Byron does the best, I mean the absolute best mashed potatoes on the planet. And I want to call him because there's a secret ingredient that he puts in it. I don't know what it is, and I think he told me once, but I forgot. But I'm gonna give him a ringy dingy and say, hey bro, what do you put in this? And hopefully he'll tell me. So if he doesn't tell me, I'll make the gravy. So the potatoes, they cook fairly quickly, so I'm not going to do those quite yet, but I am going to do the pie. The steamed vegetables, they're easy to do too. So I'm going to cut the video and let me set up. Hello again. I'll just go over here. It's been a couple hours and I've turned the meat over. Let me turn this way and down a little bit. Okay, here's the crock pot. It's open. Now this I also got from the food bank. I'll bring it a little closer. This is Mrs. Dash pot roast seasoning mix, and it's salt free, which is fine because I can always add salt in it later on, a little bit later on. Going salt free is usually a good idea. So, but okay, I'm adding the seasoning mix, and where is a little bit of a spoon. Gonna mix things in. Whoops, made a splash. Oh, gonna turn this back over. Okay, I just made a mess. Oopsie. Just gonna. I have it turned down to low, so it's not on. So it's. I don't want it to overcook. And then so I have my potatoes ready to go. All I need to do is cut them up. Come on. No, it's cooking. It's cooking really, really nicely. So putting the lid back on, sealing it in, makes it nice and airtight. I did call my brother. Well, not call, I Facebook messaged him. I Facebook messaged him, and he told me all he did was when he cooks the potatoes, he puts salt in the water, and then he just puts in butter, and that's it. I'm not 100% sure he's telling me the truth. I think he wants to keep the secret for himself, but I'll have to take his word for it, but they're never like mine. So, but anyway, uh, I will get started on the potatoes, and I've already salted the water. See, there's my pot. There, no, back it up a little bit. And here's the potatoes. I'm just going to cut them up, put them in the water. And I don't have to start cooking them for a while yet because the company isn't coming until like about 4 or 5. So, but I want to let them sit in the salt brine. The salted water is basically a brine. So that's the other part, and where's that thing? Here is the pudding pie mix, and I'm gonna beat that, and actually I should whip it. Is what it's gonna do, is gonna hopefully froth up, but I'm not gonna turn that on because that's really noisy and I think annoying. So, and I wouldn't want to do that to you guys. So I'm putting the beaters back on. I give them a good rinse. So I'm going to turn off the camera right now. See how we do.
And what are you going to do with it when you go and get it?
Hi, this is Benet giving an update on the meal. I have right here, I'm just going to take this whole thing. There's peas and carrots in there waiting to be steamed. Oh, I've got to turn this so I can see. And here is the potatoes. They're all nice and cut up. They're starting to boil. And there is the pot roast cooking away. I forgot to turn the camera on, but I added the kitchen bouquet, the browning sauce. That's why it's darker than it started out to be. So everything's going really good. What I did was I had to go to the corner store and get some heavy whipping cream. It comes in a can. They didn't have the little containers of Cool Whip, and so this is. Let me grab it. This is the pie that I made, or cookies and cream Oreo. We got it chilling, and it's really good. And it's going to be garnished with the little mini Oreos, and they're going to be here a little bit earlier, and in a little while, once I get the mashed potatoes cooked and mashed and pretty much ready to go, I will turn on the camera and to show you how to make gravy. With me taking out the pot roast, making the gravy. I'll be adding a little bit of salt, not a lot, but I'll be showing that. And this kitchen sucks because the lighting sucks, and it's but there we go. see you in a bit. Hi, this is gonna be the last little bit. What I'm doing is I'm gonna start steaming the vegetables. That's all I gotta do is plug it in and get it in there, right? This is what I hate about these HUD housing things. They have this new law where the plug-ins has to be like child safe, even though this is a place for elderly and handicapped and there are no children here. We still have to have that, and it's a pain in the ass. So I got that starting to steam, and I'm going to mash the potatoes. So let's bring, hi, okay, there we go. Normally I would use like a pair of beaters, but I haven't washed the ones when I was stirring the thing, so I'll do it by hand. And yes, I did not peel the potatoes. I didn't remove the peels because it's more nutritious that way. In my belief, it's because most of the nutrients is just under the skin of the potato, and I just think it's a little bit better for you instead of just having all this starch. So still mash, mash, mash. Okay, and I'm gonna grab the butter. Now this is real butter. I actually splurge to have real butter. I mean, I have whole milk, real butter. Lots and lots of butter. So that's like a cube and a half. And we still mash, 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 smash. Renee, smash. These are very well cooked. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. There we go. And I'm going to add some whole milk. You can also add half and half if you want. That's completely up to you. However you want to do it. Okay, that's starting to heat up some. The mixed vegetables, not mixed, but it's like peas and carrots is what it is. And it just kind of helps to give it a little color to the meal. I need another pair of hands. See, my company is on the way. What they're going to do is they're going to stop by the store and they're going to get some garlic bread. So we chose garlic bread to accompany this. So, and this is a really old pot that I've had it for eons and eons and eons. So, and there goes my phone. I screwed up. This is the lid. It goes back on the potatoes. I'm going to put this back burner. Now we're going to work on making the gravy. Gravy, gravy, gravy. Okay, let's do this up here. Hi. We're going to work on making the gravy, and now what I'm going to do is take the pot roast out of the crock pot, and where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put it on. I don't have any thing, so it's a pizza pan. So I'm putting the meat. It came off in 2 pieces because it's really, really tender now. Now, bring this down and show you. See, nice and smells really, really good. Okay, so we're putting the pot roast down to let it sit, to let it rest, and then what I do is take some cornstarch, which is right here. I eyeball things. I don't do and I'm going to add some more of this beef broth because I'm going to make yellow gravy. Turn the crock pot back up to high. This, gone. So this is about 3 tablespoons, not teaspoons, about 3. And what you do is you add a little bit of water. And you just kind of mix it. So all the cornstarch is dissolved and you don't have any lumps. And if you need to, I don't know why I used a spoon, that was my bad. But you see how it's looking like milk? I'm going to turn it down. Put this down just a little bit. You see how that's, it looks like milk, but it's not. It is cornstarch and water. And what this will do is thicken up this to make the gravy. So I'm just making sure there's no lumps. It does look like milk. It's like drippy. So it's cool. It's really cool. There's a little bit of lump on the spoon, but it's going down as I mix, so I'm just going to keep mixing. It probably dissolved better if the water was warm, but I didn't do that. I just flipped on the faucet. So see, all clean. So that goes in, and I'm going to do this and that. There we go. Then this is going to go just like that. And I'm going to use a slotted spoon to stir this. And it's just going to cook on its own. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not a lot, just to give it some flavor. And I'll show you what it looks like. See right there? That's the gravy. Well, once it thickens up, it'll thicken up once it's all dissolved and starts cooking. It'll thicken up. So that's why we put the thing on high. We're gonna let it cook. So. And after a while, I'm going to keep the pot roast warm. Whoops. Good job looking at my belly. We're going to keep the pot roast warm. And because we got this, the vegetables are steaming, the macaroni, god damn it. The mashed potatoes are done. Now the gravy is being made, so we put the lid back on. And seal her up. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the potatoes and the pot roast in the oven to keep it warm until we can get the company to come and get them here. So that's gonna be it for now. The dessert's done. Everything we're good to go. So I'll do a final video of like just showing everything put together. So thank you. See you in just a couple more minutes. We are almost done. Yeah. Hi. This is Benet. This is the last of the meal right here. So I'm gonna just basically reveal everything. So that is the vegetables that are nice and steamed. Here is the mashed potatoes. Pull that back. And here is this wonderful pot roast. It just pulls right apart. It just easy peasy. And the gravy is still thickening up. I had to add more cornstarch, which pain in the butt. But it's starting to thicken up a little bit. So, but that's pretty much the meal right there. So this is another food bank feasts. Just about everything I got from food banks, except for maybe the cornstarch and the milk. Everything else was from food banks. So, and the butter for the potatoes. So, I hope you enjoyed. Love you. Bye. Oh, don't forget, comment, rate, subscribe. Buy me stuff from Amazon.